Candies. Our regulars know how candies are made in factories, where manual labor is actively used. However, this isn't the only way. When you need to make a really large number of sweets and do it quickly, the machines come into operation. And let us warn you just in case, the process of making candies looks extremely good. The video shows the production processes at the Zotz candy factory. Once made, the candy looks like a round ball with the fizz inside. It's interesting that almost all processes are automated. A person is needed only at those stages when the ingredients are loaded into the equipment. For candies, it's sugar, corn syrup, water, flavors, and colorants. The filling consists of apple and tartaric acids, which are mixed with sodium bicarbonate. When all these components dissolve in our mouths, they react with the saliva, resulting in carbon dioxide bubbles. They in turn create a sense of fizzing, and we love them so much because of it. In order to mix all the ingredients to a homogeneous state, the raw material for the candies is repeatedly turned over, squeezed and stretched. If a person worked at this stage, he'd have to make a lot of effort. Machines don't get tired and can work around the clock. Continuity of operations is ensured by a long conveyor belt, through which the candy travels from one equipment to another. At the time of placing the fizz inside the candy, it looks like a long, thick strip. In the final stage of production, the product is cut, shaped, and packaged. Chocolate. However, not every company can afford to use complex, large equipment with incredible efficiency. Sometimes it's more profitable to supplement manual labor with machines in order to slightly increase the efficiency of production. The machine you see on the screen is one of those. It performs several important functions. First of all, an automatic tempering machine heats up the chocolate so that it becomes liquid and suitable for production processes. The way in which this equipment works depends on the product you make. There are several modes of operation. In the first mode, the machine fills the molds. In this case, the advantage of the machine is that a large amount of raw material is pressed out at the same time, and it's precisely dosed too. In another mode of operation, the equipment creates a kind of chocolate waterfall. This is the glazing of cookies, marshmallows, and any other confectionery. Excess chocolate is then returned to the melting tank to be reused. Dough. Perhaps the main advantage of this production equipment is the variability of the products received at the output. It means that the company provides itself with a wide range of products using only one machine. Multifunctional equipment from the Argentinian company Argental has this advantage. The machine is designed to handle dough up to 25 mm thick. The main working tool is the guillotine, which processes a sheet of raw material moving slowly on a conveyor belt. The list of products that can be obtained with this equipment is truly impressive. These are buns for hot dogs of different sizes, buns for burgers, bases for pizzas, tortillas, focaccias, biscuits, croissants, and much more. You can also observe how carefully the dough is cut. There's little space between the products so that they don't stick to each other. Depending on what kind of semis the machine cuts, its productivity varies from 13 to 16,000 items per hour. And it's very interesting that the dough is used as efficiently as possible. The remaining mass is sent back to the extruder after the initial production to be reused. Salmon. Before the beautifully packaged pieces of fish can be transported to the shelves, the fish must be carefully processed for a rather long time. We won't bore you with the not very pleasant details of the cutting. Instead, we'll show you the fish that's almost ready for packing. It may seem that these pieces are already ready for consumption, but they're not. The first thing you need to do is remove the bones from the fillets, the ones that are on the sides of the spine of the fish. If it were a manual procedure, the bones would have to be removed with tweezers. That, as you can guess, is not fast or simple. But the specialized equipment, in this case from the company Morel, can cope with it in seconds. The productivity of one line is 18 fillets per minute. In total, there can be 6 lines in the equipment. In this case, the productivity is 108 fillets per minute. After that, the washing procedure takes place. A unique feature of the equipment is the sensor water saving system. The machine only pours water on the fillet, not on the conveyor around it. Then the other equipment is responsible for cutting the fillets. The intelligent system analyzes the size of each piece and preliminarily shows on the screen how and where the cuts will be made. The conveyor belt is designed to automatically sort slices around the tail and head. The next conveyor belt has a built-in scale that ensures that the weight of each batch is the same. If necessary, excess slices are removed. The blades and mechanisms are powerful enough to handle even whole fish. It's amazing, but such equipment can perform up to 1,000 cuts a minute. Confectionery. A depositor is equipment that is actively used in pastry shops. The principle of operation of the machine is quite simple. The receiving batcher is filled with raw materials for filling. It can be cream, chocolate, glaze, dough, jam. There are really many options. Inside, as a rule, there are paddles. They mix the raw materials so that they have a homogeneous consistency and also ensure that portions are delivered to the pump. The machine then squeezes the raw material into the prepared moving containers. A special dosing head ensures that all portions of the raw material are identical in volume and weight. This equipment offers almost unlimited possibilities for the preparation of confectionery products. The use of patterned nozzles expands them additionally. Thus, such stations can create cupcakes, cakes, pastries, and cookies. This machine squeezes out the dough for cooking, and then it also deals with the decorations on top. In addition, the equipment can cope with the filling of cakes, pies, tarts, and many other products. The nozzle squeezes out 7 to 250 milligrams of raw material at a time. The receiving batcher is designed for 42 liters. Well, and in a minute, the machine does up to 120 cycles of filling. Pasta. The last equipment that we're going to show you today can handle the full cycle of pasta preparation. These can be fettuccine, pappardelle, ravioli, and even lasagna sheets. The raw materials get into the machine in the form of simple ingredients such as flour and eggs. The integrated mixer blends them into a homogeneous mixture, gradually turning it into pasta dough. Then the machine squeezes out and cuts the dough to obtain the desired shape. Such equipment is suitable primarily for small businesses. Despite the decent productivity, you can't use it without manual labor. Otherwise, the machine should be supplemented with other equipment, as the product should be collected at the end.